Hello guys, welcome to the part 3 of the HTML Basic with project. In the previous project, we created our first pull request on this project. So this time what we are going to do is to merge that pull request, assuming that it has been reviewed and approved. We are going to merge it to our main branch and pull that branch to our local machine, branch off it to complete this part of the project. Don't forget, we are only dealing with the HTML structure as we are using it to learn how to work professionally with pull requests. So on that note, this is what we have, and this is our repo here. Now we have a pull request pending. If you look at this pull request tab here, it has one attached to it, which means that we have one pull request open which has not been closed. So this is the pull request. I'll click on it, then I will look for this merge pull request. So it says no conflict with the base branch, so it means that we don't have any conflict to resolve on this particular pull request. So I will merge it like this. Now the nav branch has been merged to the main branch. Now you can see that it says one commit into main from nav. Good. So now what we need to do is to go back to our VS Code here. Now if you look at this, it has data that may not be on the main branch. If we move to the main branch, we are supposed to see this commented out, because that was how we set up the project structure before we branch off to the nav branch. So let's do that. We just need to check out with this command to the main branch. Git checkout main. The name of the branch is main. So now we are on the main branch. You will see that on the nav branch we have this uncommented. That means that's a live change, and on the main branch it is commented. But the moment we make a pull, now don't forget the nav branch has been merged with the main now on GitHub. So it means that everything should be together on the main branch now. So we are going to pull the git branch, the main branch. We are going to pull the changes that we have on GitHub to the main branch locally now. So we do git pull, as simple as that. Then you can see that the main is now updated with our previous changes from the nav branch. So now we are going to build this part of the project, this part where we have this white background. We are just going to write the HTML markup. So what we do next is we make sure we are in the body. Then what should we do? We need a section. We have a section. Then inside this section we'll need a heading. So this should be our H1. Then we say welcome to supermarket. That's good. Then we are going to export this particular image here into our image directory here to be used. So let's do that. We get into our Figma. Make sure the image you want to export is highlighted. When you click on it, look at the right side. You can preview it. Yes, that's exactly what we want to export. So we click on it, this export here. Then it shows up like this. Now, where do we want to export this to? One thing I want you to take note of is the name. The name has a space before the one. We don't want to name our images like that. So let's remove the one. Let's just keep it as Moringa. Or if we want to keep the one, we add an underscore one or -1. But make sure you don't have spaces like this in your image namings. So I remove this. I'm going to navigate to where my project is. My project is called Grains, the image folder, and save. If we go back to the VS Code, we should have that image in the image directory for us. Good. So now let's get into our code. Now we have 3 images here. one thing I would like us to do is to be able to put these images together in a container. So with that, we will just need a div to hold all the images for us. So what we'll do, we'll say img. Let me select this one. Let me remove this, I don't need it. Then where is our image? We want to make reference to where our image is. That is what the source attribute is expecting. So our image is in the img folder. We type img/, then it shows you all the images you have in the image folder. So we select this moringa image, that's what we want, and we give it a nice alt text. This text over here is what is very good for accessibility. For instance, when visually impaired people are using screen readers to read from your website, this is what is going to be read to them, because the screen reader cannot read an image. So it will read this to them as blah 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 blah. It will say, let's say, welcome to supermarket, image moringa leaf, something like that. So they know they are on an image. So that's it with the alt attribute. So now we have 3 images. I'll just duplicate this to have 3 images. Let's preview. Let me refresh. Good. We have our 3 images here in our project. Now what is left to be added is this paragraph here. We need to add this text over here. So I'll click on this, highlight it, and copy it. So if I copy this, I get into my project. Outside the div that contains the image, I will just put a p tag. So I will use this suggested text for me because it's making more sense. So I'll put a p tag. Inside the p tag, I put this text over here. Now let's preview our project. Good, we have our text over here, but it's not enough. Let me add the lorem I copied. So this is it. Let's preview it. Good. Now we have a lot of text here. Now what is left is this button over here. The button holds a name, read more. So in the same section but below the p tag, I'm going to add a button element, button, and give it the name of the button as what? Read more. Now this button has an icon attached to it. We click on this icon here, get to the export here, and export it into our image folder for now. But the best way to keep this, let's make it let's rename it as button icon. Good. We can organize our work professionally by adding an icon folder inside of the image folder. So inside the image folder, we can add a different folder by saying icons. Then we create that folder inside the image folder now. Then we save our icon there. If we get back to our project, look at it. We are in the image folder. We have 2 images, but inside that folder we have icons folder inside there, which contain our button icon. So now let's add that to our icon, our button text here. So what we are going to do is to add an image like this. Let's show it where the icon is. It's in the img folder. Inside the img folder, open the icons folder. Inside the icons folder, we have what's the name of it? Okay, button underscore icon dot png. So put that here, dot png. Good. Let's see what we have. Wait, what is that? So let's correct this. It seems we have a problem. Okay, the image is correct. I hold control and click on this, it navigated me to the image. Okay, but why do we have this? Let me refresh the page. Okay, I refresh and that fixed the problem. Okay, so now we have successfully written the layout of our section for the header. Let's call it, is that the header? Let me look at it. Let's call it the hero section. We've successfully written the content for the hero section. So now what we need to do is to create a branch for this hero section. This is going to be our second pull request. So we need to create a branch, then we make the pull request. So let's go. So the command to make the branch, we get into our terminal and say git checkout -b, then the name of the branch. We say we want to call it hero section. So that's the name of our branch. I'll hit enter. You see we are on that branch over here. It switched to that branch over here. Good. So now what should we do? The usual commands we learned in the previous in part 2. So now we say git add space period. That will add all these files that we added, the new files, the new changes we added into staging for us. So git add, it adds everything. Then what else? We need to write our commit message. You say git commit -m, then in quotation, what have we done? Say the structure of the hero section. Good. This is what we've done in this part of the project. So we enter. Now what we need to do is to push this branch up onto GitHub, because right now if we go on GitHub and refresh, we are not going to see that branch. Let's check our branches. We are here, branches. We have just 2 branches, just for confirmation. But the moment we push this branch, git push, then we've seen this before, right? It's saying there's no branch out there called hero section. So we need to use this command git push -- set upstream origin hero section before this can be sent online. So we use that command, we copy and paste here. Pim. By now we should have that online. Let's refresh here. Boom, voila, here we go. So now we have another pull request to make on this branch. So we go compare and make a pull request. We click on this. Where is the pull request going to? We are comparing the hero section to the main. So we have this as the structure of the hero section, which is the title. I copy that and paste here as my description. But hello guys, your description should make sense. It should define what exactly you did in that particular pull request. So I'll create my pull request, and this is our second pull request. So what you need to do is copy this pull request and share with me. Thank you guys. In the next video, I'm going to merge this and create our pull request next, and I'll make sure that in that video a proper review is done. So I show you the review process.